He was born in the late 50s into a family of 5, and his 2 brothers, Chico Ejiro, a prolific filmmaker, and Peter Red Ejiro, ex-banker turned filmmaker. The Sheikh, or Presido, as he is nicknamed for his prowess and success in the business of film, was raised in Ajegule, a suburb of Lagos State, where his parents lived for several years. Zeb's love for motion pictures was a desire he had as a young boy, and it became a sort of routine for Zeb and Chico to be taken almost daily to watch films, and this further grew his interest for the motion picture industry. He had his early education in Lagos State, Nigeria, worked briefly as a civil servant before deciding to pursue his talent at the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, in the 80s. Zeb Ejiro is one of Nollywood's pioneers who made his bold entry to the motion picture business with his highly successful glamorous television soap opera of the 80s titled Ripples. The TV soap, which screened on NTA network, was one of Nigeria's longest running TV soaps of that era, and it ran every Friday for 7 years. He then went ahead to co-produce another TV soap opera on national TV titled Fortunes with his partners, which debuted the likes of Ramsey Noah and beauty queen Regina Askia. Zeb subsequently produced Candlelight and several other TV programs. Zeb Ejiro is referred to by many as one of the fathers of Nollywood for some of the early films like Fatal Desire, Neka the Pretty Serpent, Sakobi, Mortal Sin, A Night in the Philippines, Goodbye Tomorrow, Yellow Cassava, Extreme Measures, amongst others. Zeb, who is also known for shooting movies that tackle societal issues, shot the box office hit movie Domitilla in 1997. This became a household name for prostitution because of the theme of the movie. Olorogun Zeb Ejiro is a recipient of the National Honor Officer of the Order of the Niger, OON, which was conferred on him in the year 2005 by President Olusegun Obasanjo. A founding member and one-time national president of the Association of Movie Producers, AMP, he is also a chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Association of Movie Producers and a member of the board of the Directors Guild of Nigeria. Zeb has facilitated and attended a number of local and international seminars, festivals, and workshops on movie production and directing. He also runs a media and film academy in his hometown, Ozoro in Delta State. He is an award-winning filmmaker who has received several industry awards, including the 1999 NTA Channel 5 Best Director and Producer of the Year Award, the Entertainment Award for Best Producer in 2007 at the City People Awards, FEMA 1997 Award for Best Film. Reports in the media has it that Zeb Ejiro has decided to do a sequel of the 1997 box office movie Domitilla in partnership with Filmhouse Cinemas. The history of Nollywood is definitely incomplete without a chapter dedicated to this distinguished Nigerian who has contributed to the development of the Nigerian film industry and impacted many lives. Zeb Ejiro, welcome to Serenade with Bosslady.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Very big. I think we need to ring the bell for you.
You guys almost, remove tears from my eye, man. Wow. That was wonderful. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So much.
That's what we do at Serenade with Bosslady.
Yeah.
Wow, Bosslady, you are too much. Take this for you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go straight to it. So now, growing up as a little boy, from your profile, we see that you watched a lot of movies. You were going to the cinema every day as a little boy. And just because it wasn't mentioned in the profile, that wasn't actually in Nigeria, from what I gathered. It was in Fernando Polo. So now tell us. What kind of movies were you seeing? What kind of films were you watching as a boy then?
All right. Thank you very much. First of all, I want to start by saying I'm really honored to be invited here because I've been looking forward to be with the boss lady all this while. I get jealous when I see other people appear here, and I've not been invited to appear here. So first of all, I want to say I'm honored and thank you so much. God bless you for your good work that you're doing.
Thank you for coming on the show.
So my mother was, so addicted to, movies. So we were then in Equatorial Guinea. We're living in Fernando Po, Equatorial Guinea, Santa Isabel to be precise, which is now called Malabo. So my mother used to take us to the cinema, Chico, my younger brother, and I all the time to go and watch movies. And at times we come home, we go, we would lie to our mom that the movie they are showing today is too much. Mommy, we need to go and watch this one though. You understand? All because, we wanted to go and watch. So, so I think that is exactly where we, developed this idea of making movies and all that. And I want to give credit to my mother for doing that because whatever Chico and I are today and my elder brother Peter, it is due to what, I want to give the credit to my mom because, she, took us to the cinema often, and that is exactly where we picked up.
Yeah, but you're still here to tell us what kind of films were you seeing then?
Okay, I was watching everything. Everything. I was watching action movies. Sorry. I was always watching, I remember some movies like The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, the Hercules, Titan, and Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I can remember all those ones, but at least I can still remember that we used to watch The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and Hercules, and what have you, and Roman films, cowboy films, John Wayne, and what have you, we used to watch.
Fast forward into Nollywood, you became very big. You became one of the renowned producers in Nollywood, and there we have Chico and Peter Red also joining in Nollywood. Did you in any way influence them, or it was something they actually also wanted to do from start?
Well, for Chico, when Chico went to the university to read Greek, but after finishing his youth service, he came to work for me. Actually, then I was doing ripples. I was producing ripples. Then so Chico, I think, fell in love with the job and said, "Oh, this is exactly what I want to do myself." And very sharp and very intelligent guy. Within some few years, he was able to catch up and he took over the directing of ripples. So, and for my elder brother, he was the banker and left the bank and said, "Look, what Zeb is doing is wonderful. I want to be in that business as well." So that's how they came into the business.
Okay, now that you mentioned ripples, we know that most of the big stars today actually at some point in time have worked with you. Some of them you actually gave them their first job. So I'm going to ask you, what do you look out for in a talent? What do you look out for?
Okay, yeah, you're right by saying most of them, most of them passed through ripples, from the Genevieve, from the, a lot of them, a lot of them. Alex Usifo, Barosoki, a lot of them came through ripples. But what I look for is that when I first of all, what I like to do, I like to look for a fresh talent, somebody that is new. That is my drive. I always want to look for somebody that has not acted before. And that is exactly how I was able to discover Omotola, Motola Jelade, KD, and so many of the stars today that have passed through my hands. So I look for somebody that is new, that is talented, that is gifted. I don't care where you come from. Until now, that is exactly the same thing I do. I don't care where you come from. I don't care the kind of language you speak. I don't care how you look. First of all, can you act is the question. So if you can act, I'm so happy to work with you. So first of all, I look for that raw talent, that thing, because in everybody there's something special about the person. That is why when I do my audition, I try to give people, because when people come for audition, they are so afraid. You understand? They're so afraid they make mistakes and all that. Before you know it, you are asking them to go away, missing something. So what I try to do is that I give them time. I give them the script. Take the script, if possible, take it home. Then come the next day. Because there's always something about somebody that you can tap, you can see, you can develop all the time. So I always look for that raw talent. Once it's there, then the sky is not the limit. We just go high and high.
We know I am from the old block, because now we have the old Nollywood and the new Nollywood. Tell us, is there any major difference in the old Nollywood films and even the new ones, at least from script to screen? Is there any major difference?
Thank you so much for bringing this matter up. I wonder when people say, oh, Nollywood, new Nollywood, whatever Nollywood, up Nollywood, down Nollywood, left Nollywood, right Nollywood. It bothers me because Nollywood is Nollywood. Hollywood is Hollywood. New people will always come. New actors, new producers, new directors, they will always come into the industry. You understand what I'm telling you? So there's nothing like Nollywood. I wonder, I ask them most times, what is new about this Nollywood they are talking about that we're not doing before? You understand what I'm telling you? Acting is acting. Directing is directing. The way you operate camera is the same way we operate, the way we operated camera then is the same way we operate camera now. It's just that technology, yes, technology has changed. You understand? So that is the only thing. So I don't hear anything like new Hollywood, new Bollywood. I don't hear anything like that. So how come we are saying we have new Hollywood, new filmmaking is filmmaking? You always get new, you get this new generation of filmmakers that will come with good ideas, which they are doing now, and I appreciate it. It doesn't mean that the Spielbergs, the Camerons do not make movies anymore. You understand? As a movie maker, first of all, you must be a good researcher. You must be able to research. As I sit with you now, I can make movies for 20s. I can make movies for people between 18, 20s. I can even make movies for children. So all you do is just research. You just research and see what is happening now, and you incorporate those things into your movie, as simple as that. To answer your question, there's nothing like not in new Nollywood, old Nollywood, or whatever Nollywood, because there's no new Hollywood, no new Bollywood,
okay,
or
so
old Bollywood.
I'm going to ask you now, do you think we tell better stories now compared to the early days of Nollywood?
No, we don't. I don't agree with that. I think better stories were told before. It's just like music. Look at music now. The music they play these days, they make more money these days, yes, because the market is wide, the market is bigger now. You understand? You have, internet, online, and what have you, so the market is bigger, so they make more money. But when you look at the content of the music, what they sing these days, most times, they don't make any sense to me. But yes, the beats are good.
Okay, so we still have Ejiro in the building. If you want to contribute to today's conversation, or you have one or two questions, or you want to find out how to get into Nollywood, you can call in on the show on 070 070-30-188-931. Okay. Also, I know, but for those listening on radio and watching on Instagram, I'm aware that you're one of the founding members of most of the associations in Nollywood. Why did you decide at that point in time that Nollywood actually needed associations and guilds? And today we have the likes of Nollywood, Collywood, Kannywood. There are all kinds of wood now. So why did you start off, and why did you think that there was a need for guilds and associations? Did you hear that?
Okay,
so
we are hearing. No, I didn't hear that. Take it again.
I was asking, I said, it's in public domain that you're one of the founding members of most of the associations and guilds in Nollywood. Either you're a BOT or an ex-president, so you're one of the founding members. So I want to find out what was the need? What was the reason for what was the reason for setting up these associations and guilds? And why do you think that the industry needs to be regulated?
Well, actually, when we were working, those days we were working and everybody was doing everything, anything at any given time and what have you. So at the point I said, no, we have to regulate this industry. We have to professionalize this industry. And the only way for us to professionalize this industry is for us to be able to build up associations, you understand, so that we can be able to guide people and tell them what to do at any given time and how to be professional. So the first association I set up was Association of Movie Producers, where the first people who attended that meeting were the big names like Lola Fani Kayode, late Chief Ediboma, Ken Nebwe of Net Video, Tadeo Gidon, all these huge producers were the first people that attended that meeting when AMP was formed in my office. Then after that, we thought, okay, now that we have Association of Movie Producers, it is good to side time we also put together a Directors Guild. Yeah. Association of Movie Producers was formed in my office. Association of the Directors Guild also. Same thing with the Actors Guild was formed in my office. Editors Guild was formed in my office and all that. Because I thought it was the wonderful thing to professionalize the industry.
But if you look at the industry today, you find out that a lot of practitioners do not belong to these associations and guilds, and they are doing well. A lot of people believe that they can operate on a free space. What exactly are the benefits of belonging to an association or guild? Why the need?
Well, the original idea, yes, the original idea of forming the associations, that original idea have been defeated, definitely. That is why today you have other people operating in the industry without being members of these guilds. I heard you. That some people, okay, take it again.
No, sorry, I was saying that a lot of practitioners in the business actually operate outside of not being part of any guilds and association, and they are doing just well and fine. So, and they feel that it's okay to work in a free space, at least not belonging to any associations and guilds. Now, what are the benefits if and when they do join the association? Why the need to join an association or a guild?
Yes, so I heard you well. So to answer your question, the purpose, the reason for forming association, that purpose has been defeated, definitely. Because for you to join an association, there must be some level of benefits you need to derive. So that part, has been defeated. But, it is not proper for people to operate without being part of an association, because someday down the road, you understand I'm telling you, you will need this association to come behind you. I remember when marketers came up with the idea of banding actors some years back, all the big actors that were not in association, they started running to go out, they started running to register to be members so that they can be protected. So sometime down the road, you will need association, you know. So I will advise those who are operating, they feel that they are making so much money now and they are big, they don't need an association. I think I want to advise them to be able to align themselves with one association or the other, because down the road, they will need them.
One of the reasons why I brought you on the show is to discuss Domitilla. Domitilla is actually one of the biggest works that you've made. So we're going to discuss Domitilla now. But before we do, let's go on a quick music break. Then we'll talk about Domitilla.
No wahala.
Yeah.
She football on the air, don't grab all the kid. She tennis on the air, don't go on my clip. Don't you ever fall, don't blame it on me. No power did I let you come to me with it. Oh, nigga, last.
Okay, so welcome back on the show. You're still on Serenade with Bosslady, and with us in the building today is Ologu Zeb Ejiro. Okay, so now let's talk about Domitilla.
I think we've got a call.
Okay, please hold on. We have a caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from very far away. My name is Opa Williams.
I think we need to ring a bell.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Opa Williams in the building. And for those that don't know, Opa Williams is the initiator and founder of Laugh of 1,000 Laughs. Okay, so
welcome to Serenade.
Welcome to Serenade with Bosslady. It's good to have you in the building.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sure I can hear you.
I can hear you. Oh, Mara.
The Sheikh, the Bishop, the Pope of Nollywood. We owe you, I think.
The Baba of comedy, the founder of comedy, the man that introduced comedy in Nigeria.
If I have all this accolades, I think your accolades is higher than mine, sir. We looked up to you. You nurtured some of us. It's unsung that people like you are not properly. Okay, you're recognized as a VIP of Nigeria. But outside that, I think you deserve more recognition and more accolades. Nollywood will not start without Paco Bus Stop. That's your old office. Soap making. I mean, the soap we see today wouldn't have had something to start if not your initiative with people and all that. I don't know where to start and where to end, but I think you deserve the industry respect, and you know you deserve my respect anytime, sir.
I'm sure I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Thank you so
just
much,
before
Opa.
you go off the phone, we will try to bring you on Serenade with Bosslady. I will definitely talk to you. You have to come on the show. You have to come on the show. Thank you very much for coming on Serenade with Bosslady.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate it absolutely. Yeah, thank you very much.
Opa, thank you. Thank you so much. Opa, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.
I will cheers, sir.
Okay, take care. Yeah. Okay, so Ologu Zeb Ejiro, let's talk about Domitilla. And now I'm not going to start from the original Domitilla. I wanted to talk about the sequel, because I brought you on this show because it's in public domain that the sequel, the Domitilla, the sequel, is about to be birthed again. So now, tell us, why are you shooting Domitilla all over again? Are you shooting the original Domitilla, or are you shooting another story but with the title Domitilla? Because we've seen that happen with Living in Bondage. So tell us about Domitilla.
we've got a call again.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, we are shooting Domitilla, the sequel. And what is the storyline? I'm going to leave that out here. I'm not going to tell because I like to keep people in suspense. So I would like to keep that out of the public domain for now, what the line is going to be. But I can assure you that when this Domitilla comes out, it's going to be bigger and better than the originally first Domitilla we shot so many years ago. Because, you know,
No, go ahead.
Go on. Yeah, so I'm one person that I believe in perfection. You know, that is why when people have been calling to say, please, it's time for you to do Domitilla the sequel. We need to see
just a moment,
Domitilla.
please. Just
the
a
cry
moment.
all
We
over
have
the
a caller.
place.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Dina, and I'm calling from Surulere, Lagos.
Wow. Okay.
Welcome, Vina.
Welcome, Vina. Okay.
Thank you, boss lady. Well done, ma.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Please, I'd like to speak with Ejiro.
Please go ahead. I'm sure I can hear you.
A question.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well done, sir. Say well done because we know you're good at what you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, sir. And on Domitilla, I'd like to
Thank
ask,
you.
will the storyline be the same as the one we've seen before for Domitilla? What are we to expect?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's similar to my question too. So what are we to expect?
Exactly. So, yeah, so I like the suspense that I've put Vina. I like the suspense that we have put you, lady, boss lady. I like the suspense that we are putting people, you know, so that we are not going to let the storyline out. The storyline is so guided that we're not going to let it out until when Domitilla hits the big screen. That is what we're going to do. But I can assure you that, you know, when I later made up my mind to make Domitilla the sequel, I didn't want to do anything small because people have been bothering me. I didn't want to do anything little, anything small. People have been going to the cinemas and they've told me, look, Zeb, you should go to the cinema with Domitilla and all that. I said, why not? But if I have to go to the cinema, it has to be the biggest thing that is coming from Africa to the world. So how do you go about it, that kind of situation? So I said, well, the first thing I'm going to do is to look for the best distribution company in Nigeria.
Just before you go to that, I know that we have a sequel to Living in Bondage. We also have the same with Naked the Pretty Serpent. Are these films the reason why you decided to do a sequel, a Domitilla sequel? Are these the...
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm asking because you know in Nollywood we have like a bandwagon syndrome whereby once one person starts telling a love story, everybody's telling a love story. We're doing action, everybody's doing action. Is that the reason why you're doing the sequel? No,
not at all. The plan for the Domitilla sequel, we had that plan so many years ago, but I did not have the right partners at that point in time. So I didn't bother because I didn't want to do anything little. I wanted to do something. I want to do the biggest ever, the biggest movie coming from Africa to the world. So I didn't have the right partners at that point in time. That's why I didn't do them. But luckily, Living in Bondage came out. All these other movies are planning to come out now. So, and don't forget again that remakes and rebooting movies are what is happening all over the world today. If you look at look at Hollywood, Lion King, there are so many of them. Avengers, there are so many of them that are being remade, you know, presently. So yes, that is the trend now.
It's like a trend
but
now.
None of these other movies is a trend. It is a trend. It is a trend because we can't allow those wonderful classics.
I have seen the teaser of Domitilla the sequel. I've seen the teaser, and we have 4 dummies of beautiful carved out ladies on the teaser.
Yeah.
Now, do us the honors. Give us something to, at least give us something. Give us something to hold on to. Can you
Like
tell
the
us?
cast.
Can you tell us at least one of the cast of Domitilla? Have you done casting, or are you in process? Give us something. Give us a scoop.
We
Give us
can't wait.
something.
We've got a call.
Oh
No, but you see,
we
we
have a caller.
We have a caller.
We have a
know, so
caller.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah,
Good
good evening.
afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm from Abuja.
You're calling from Abuja. Wow.
Welcome to Serenade with the
Welcome
Boss
to
Lady.
Serenade with Bosslady. What's your name, please?
Sorry?
What's your
the
name?
name?
My name is Amaka.
Okay.
Okay.
Amaka, welcome to Serenade with Bosslady. Okay, so we have Ejiro in the building. Do you have any question, comments for him?
Nothing much. That's the same. We're all waiting.
Everybody's waiting.
Wow.
Okay.
We can't wait. We can't wait for it to happen.
Okay. I also can't wait.
And to say congrats to him. This is a big one. It's going to be lit. We hope and pray it comes out, as exciting as all the
buzz.
Advert and everything is being lit everywhere. Everybody is almost talking about it. Domitilla was the hit. So we hope that this is going to also surpass the first one.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Amaka.
Wishing you all the best.
Thank you very much. And have a wonderful day too. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
So, Sheikh, I'm sure you heard Amaka. Everybody is excited. We're all waiting. We can't wait to see Domitilla. Because in the 90s, it was a blockbuster. It was arguably the biggest film of that era.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm asking you. Give us something to hold on to. At least let us feel good. And I want to believe that I'm probably the first person having you on live video on Instagram. Make it worth my while. Give us something. Make it worth my while.
Seriously. We'll be honored.
Let me start by saying that when I came up with the idea to do Domitilla, I said that I am going to do it very big. It's going to be bigger than what we did before. It's going to be the best thing that is out from this part of the world to the world. And that is why if you see our style of campaign is different. No other movies, no other producers have done the kind of style that we have introduced. And I want to assure you that, we are going to be hitting Nigerians every other week with our style of campaign. Then in the process, you will start be knowing little by little those styles that we're going to use. But for now,
give us some
one person, one cat.
Okay. Why you find out? I have two questions. One on Instagram and the other is a text message. The one on Instagram says, "We the younger generation that don't know this Domitilla film.
Yeah.
Is there a channel where we can view Domitilla?
The old
Domitilla.
Yeah.
Is there a channel where we can view it?
Yes, Domitilla is everywhere. It has been pirated almost. I think it's the movie that has been most pirated in the world. If you just type Domitilla online, it will come out. Everybody, it will come out. But so yes, they can see it. And again, once just go online anywhere, you just type Domitilla, the old one will come out for you to see.
Now I'm going to go to funding. If you talk to 90% or every filmmaker in Nigeria, they're going to tell you that one of the biggest challenges they face with filming is funding and, of course, return on investment. Now, you're talking so much about Domitilla, and it's looking to me like it's going to be a huge investment.
Yeah.
Are there business strategy to recoup your spending? Is there any unique strategy? Is there any unique strategy different from the regular?
Okay, you know, lady, Bosslady, let me just say something. When we came out with Domitilla in the 90s, we introduced a new style of exhibition. Domitilla was the first movie ever to be shown 10 cinema houses simultaneously. Never happened before in Nigeria. The first time a movie was shown in 10 cinema houses, 3 shows per day for 3 weeks. It has never happened before. So that was the strategy we came out with. But now we are coming out with a bigger strategy, something that is better, bigger. Yes, like you said, the budget is huge. Okay, and when the thought came to do it, I had to look for the biggest people, the biggest partners. And there's no doubt that Film One is one of the biggest distribution companies in Africa and the biggest in Nigeria. So like I said, I always go for the best. So I approached Film One and I said, Film One, look, we need to get this done. And I must give credit to the young man that runs Film One, Mr. Moses Bewatope. Immediately I finished my presentation, he said, Zeb, what did you say? You say you want to make this one bigger. I want us to make it. You want to make this one big? I told him big. He said, I want to make this one bigger. Then we had to now get another partner, Johnny Vision, that is run by one of our best stars in the country, Omoni Oboli, to partner with us as well. Omoni came in again. Omoni said, you say you want to make this one bigger. Look, we have to make this one bigger than anything that has ever come out from Africa.
Okay,
so I'm so proud that I have these partners with.
Vision Media. So I want to presume that Omoni is obviously going to be one of the cast of Domitilla, the sequel. You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer.
I don't know.
You don't have to answer, but I think we have an answer there. Okay, now, still on the budget, considering that we are also in the era of COVID-19, what are your plans? Don't you think this would hamper and hinder some of the plans that you have laid out in terms of finances? Because this is definitely not going to end anytime soon. We would have COVID till about 2021. Is it not going to affect filming, planning, budgeting, and all of that? Are you putting that into consideration?
Well, exactly. So before we put out our campaign out there for people to see, we have factored in COVID-19 and all the problems that, that we're going to have. So that is why, if you look at our promo, we are saying 2021, hoping that a lot of things will have settled down. But even if those things are not settled down, we have other avenues, other marketing style that we have created that we're going to make sure that everybody, once you are a cinema goer, once you are a movie lover, you must see Domitilla. We are taking Domitilla to your doorstep. We are making it such a way that you don't have to hustle to watch Domitilla. We will bring Domitilla to you. We will bring Domitilla. Don't matter.
Question from somebody on Instagram, Love Light Serenity. The person is saying, "Hi Zeb, is Omono? Do you plan on doing any cross-cultural projects involving America?" Because that's about the fad of the day. You see a lot of movie producers doing collaborations with filmmakers abroad or using foreign actors and situations abroad. So I guess that's what the person is trying to do.
Well, presently, I want to take one thing at a time. And one thing at a time here is Domitilla first. They will not think of something else. But for now, I have 2 wonderful partners, Film One and Vision, and Johnny Vision, run by Omoni.
So won't be these 2 scenes from the abroad.
No, okay. When it comes to distribution, yes. But when it comes to partnership and production and all that, no.
Honestly, there's so much questions lined up for you. I have so much questions to ask you. But now, let me ask you this question. For those that don't know, Olorogun Zeb Ejiro has been awarded by this country. It was conferred on him, the Order of the Niger.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, with that level of recognition, Has it added to you financially? Has it added to you financially?
I'm still looking for the money.
Okay, has it opened doors for you?
Well,
it opened doors for
I'm
you?
still looking for the money, but though definitely it has opened a lot of doors. And again, you know, I am respected in the world today, not just Nigeria, everywhere I go to, where they know that I have national honor. You know, they respect me for that, and I'm happy for that. And I also want to say that, you know, I appreciate that recognition because it's not easy to be an OON in Nigeria. And I want to thank President Olusegun Obasanjo and Nigeria for giving me that honor. Yes, it has opened a lot of doors. But for the money, we are still looking for it. That is why we do Domitilla.
Okay. Let me try as much as possible to ask you at least 3 more questions because my time is fast spent. Your training school, I know that has been on for a while. How many students have you trained successfully? And then how many of them are now in Nollywood? How many of them are in core Nollywood and are doing well? How many notable names do you have from your school in Nollywood today?
A lot of them. A lot of them. Even the original concept of putting Domitilla together, the original concept when we started thinking about the idea of Domitilla came from one of the students. You understand? So yes, a lot of them are in the industry today, are working and doing well, are directing movies, some are acting, some are doing well. And of course, you know, Domitilla is going to serve as part of training for them as well, because some of them are going to work with me during the Domitilla period and all that. They'll be doing fine. Okay, but school is not in session now because of the COVID-19 issue. Immediately it goes down, we're going to find a way.
Most of your films talk about societal ills and issues. Any particular reason why you do this? Any particular reason why you shoot this kind of films? And is there any of your films that you have a personal connection? And by that, I mean a story whereby you actually see yourself or your family, you see your situation in that story. Is there any of your films that you find yourself in that situation? Any of the ones you've shot?
No, none of my films that I find myself or family in that situation, but all of my films are topical movies that I find a lot of people walking on the street in my movies. You know, like Domitilla, when I did Domitilla, the first part, there was this, you know, that was when ladies were giving themselves out, standing at Ilara or going to Ikeja, giving them, you know, hugging, holding themselves for sex and all that. So I thought I should do something about it. That is how I came out with the first idea of the
Okay, so at this point,
I
still want to acknowledge a few people on Instagram. Yeah. I see Amak Carrier, I see Love Light Serenade, I see Fabulous Everyday, I see Del CEO, I see Coco Cuisine, I see Chief Shine, I see Frank 7694, I see Talk Scars. Oh, the list is endless. I see Feko, Biabidemi, you know, I see a lot of people. So I want to say thank you to all of you. And for those that have called, I also want to acknowledge and say thank you for being a part of today's show. We have less than 5 minutes to get out of the studio. We will definitely bring you back to talk better, even though you didn't give us any scoop. But at least we had something to hold on to. There's a tradition there is a tradition on Serenade with Bosslady. Yeah. And that tradition is you get to request a song. We play you that song and you have to dance. It is compulsory. You have to dance. You just have to. And then today is Friday. Today is Friday. It's our Owambe Friday. But because of how intense today's conversation is, we were unable to actually do a lot of shaking of the body. So you would have to do that for us. We have about 4 minutes. So quickly think of the song you want us to play for you. Then wear your dancing shoes and be ready to dance.
Play anyone. Play anyone. Anyone. Play.
Which one? Anyone. Hold on.
Play anyone. I'm ready.
Hold on you.
Okay, old or new school? Old school or the new school? Okay, let's give you something new so that you feel Okay.
I say
We need to
anyone.
get you useful, so we.
Yes.
Anyone.
Okay, so for those of you that joined us on the program today, Serenade with Bosslady, we say thank you very much. It was absolute fun having Zeb Ejiro on
Awesome.
today's program.
Awesome.
And you know, we keep bringing to you those interesting, unique, wonderful Nigerians that you hear about and never get the opportunity to hear their voice or to get close connection to them.
Yeah.
So as we play the song for Olorogun Zeb Ejiro OON, it is important to add that. As we play that song, we will be leaving the studios, and with me as usual is Kingsley Unwachuku, my regular co-host.
Always.
With his Sorona's voice. And of course, I have in the studio my one and only, my dependable
DJ Olodo.
And again, somebody I can't do without. I'm sure when you listen to your profile, you were wowed.
Yeah.
So the person behind the
Wow,
person
wonderful.
behind the power voice is also my studio engineer, Para Kennedy, and of course my content producer, Fidelia Jika. So I say thank you to them all, and I say thank you to you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, sir.
So now we are going to play you that song. He's already on his feet. So
he's ready.
make sure he's really dancing. Okay, so that's your song.
Go back small.
Make we scatter this place tonight. Count your sweat till lights in a fight. We must settle this thing tonight. Yeah. And if you tell me that make us better, I get to go.